In today's video blog, I want to share with you a story that was told to me by an old man that grew up in the Smoky Mountains. Over a series of years, there were a set of wild hogs that had been let loose who took a place up in the mountains. And for each generation, the hog reproduced. They became wilder and wilder and wilder. They had all types of professional hunters from the village to try to go up and capture these hogs. But even the experts were unable to capture these wild hogs. There was an old man that came into the village pulling and tugging a cart with grain and some wood in it, and he took a place closest to where the wild hogs were inhabited. So the villagers were wondering what in the world was this old feeble man going to be able to do with such simple tools that the experts, or those who claimed to be experts, weren't able to do with their guns. And so they laughed at him, and even though they laughed, he wasn't discouraged. He went on and did what he had to do. In 2 months, in some cases it could be 12 months. In other cases it could be a little bit longer. But in this particular story, in 2 months, this man returned back to the village, informed the people that the wild hogs had been caught, they were trapped, and they were captured in a cage, and gave them the directions where to find them. Okay, so by now everyone was really excited, and they wanted to know how this man was able to capture these wild hogs. And this is what he told them. He found out where these wild hogs liked to eat. He found out what it was that they were looking for. And he put a little grain in the middle. He put a little in the middle, if you don't mind. And he set up a post. So a couple of weeks went by, and he began to activate his faith, and he activated his patience, and he continued to set the grain out, knowing that eventually the wild hogs would walk upon it. And eventually they did. Freaked them out a little bit, but once the leader took a taste of that feed, of that grain, of that value, of that content, he couldn't hold back any longer. He went to eating, and he went to eating, and so did everyone that was in the group. So the wild hogs left, and the old man was really excited, and he again put a little in the middle. And the next day, the hogs returned. And as they were feasting, he was building a post on one side. Even though it freaked them out a little bit, the grain was so good. The content was so good. The value was something that fed them and satisfied them. So he built up the post, and they eventually ran off again. The man put a little more in the middle. And once the hogs came in for the final time, he was able to encage and capture them, because he had what it was that satisfied them. He had the content, he had the feed, he had the value that they needed. So it was an awesome story. It blessed me so much, and I thought I would use that story to encourage you that if you continue to feed value, if you continue to feed content, if you continue to help others to get what they need, then you will surely be able to get what you need. It's a feed the bottom system, and I say that constantly. So thank you, and again, stay encouraged and continue to give to others and be the change that you want to see in others. Thank you for visiting me on my blog, NakidaFriday.com. Coming at you from Little in the Middle. Peace. I love you.